First of all, thanks a lot for all of you who have joined for this webinar. We really appreciate you joining in and trying to understand the features of the new product, ChatOrange, which we have launched. So before going forward, quickly, just brief introduction from our side. So, my name is Amish Vyas. I am co-founder and CEO of this company, and basically, me along with my another co-founder and CTO Akshat, who is on this call, you can see on his video. We started this company, and we are partnered with one of the technology companies, Silver Touch Technologies, which has been in the technology field for more than 25 years, 29 years actually. Uh, just brief background about myself. I have been in the pharma industry for more than 31 years and have been commercial leader in injectable companies like Claris, Baxter, and Hikma. I was staying outside of India and just came back last year, and we decided to start uh, a venture in AI in the pharma space, where we believe that AI can really add a lot of value for pharmaceutical companies. And our main focus has been quality, manufacturing, and regulatory. At the same time, anywhere where we are able to add significant value addition for the pharmaceutical professionals. And me being in the pharma industry for so many years, I have firsthand seen the possible areas where we are able to have the advantages of AI. So basically, uh, we we have launched our first product called Chat GMP. Chat GMP is mainly based on the FDA data, and it gives a very intuitive analytics where uh, we are able to provide fantastic information about 483s and warning letters and many other information in a summarized form, which is not possible from the FDA's website for the companies to prepare for the compliances and the inspections and everything. So that is that product. We already had one webinar on Chat GMP a few weeks back, and now recently last month we launched ChatOrange. ChatOrange is basically a tool which is based on the Orange Book data. But as we all know, obviously, uh, Orange Book is a government website, and their um app is also developed by the government. So obviously, their features will always be limited, and we felt that if we are able to provide a nice analytics for uh, Orange Book and the relevant databases, it can really help pharmaceutical professionals in business development, licensing, portfolio management, IP, specifically intellectual property, and also R&D and the other folks. It can be really useful. And that's where we have come up with this intuitive name of Chat Orange, and it is basically an attempt to help pharma professionals on their Orange Book journey. So there is a extremely helpful summarization of the data one can have based on dosage trends, based on the route of administration. There is also a chatbot where you don't have to go through those search engines. You are able to download either any company's product portfolio, any dosage form product portfolio. You can also decide and prepare your portfolio for next 5 to 10 years based on the exclusivity periods or the patent situations. And you can also work on your business development opportunities or portfolio based on benchmarking your products against the competitors' products, or where are the shortage situations. So there are multiple advantages which it has. It gives you biological products information. It also gives you a DMF and API information, drug shortage informations, and across. So obviously, many of you who have joined in this webinar are from the relevant functions, and the biggest issue which we have always faced is that how fast we are able to obtain the analytics of this data, which can help us decide on products or identify partners, or identify portfolio which is going off patent, etc. So obviously, those who have not registered, you can register this website, or this software is free for first month, and even after first month, it is extremely inexpensive. Our idea is to facilitate pharma professionals with this great tool and help in their decision making. So maybe we can start a demo for which I'm sure all of you have joined in. So basically, it's a very simple. You register one time, and then you log in here. So as you can see, on the left-hand side are the major tabs on which you can actually find your database. So if you see on the left-hand side, first is the chatbot, very intuitive chatbot. I will take you through that. Then there is a dashboard. So basically, if you see in a dashboard, there are sub categorization of companies, products, patents, or exclusivity. So you can actually find any of the databases based on whether you want to see specific companies database, or whether you want to see any specific products, patents, or exclusivity. And then, of course, on the left-hand side, next is companies. So you can see, in alphabetical manner, almost 2,000 companies database is there, where you will have product counts, you will have patents, you will have exclusivity, whatever information you want to see, and you can, put into a search bar whatever company you want to, find out, and you can go through that. You can understand what all products are there, and its patents, and its exclusivity. So as you can see, from a patent count also, you can select maximum number of patents in which companies are there, or you can go into number of products, and you can also in a manner you can see. So there are Watson has the highest number of products approved, or Aurobindo has second highest, and so on and so forth. And you can, of course, click on any of the company, and you will have a summary of that company, that how many products are registered for that company. You can go further into that product, uh, and you can see, there are 776 products which are under Hikma Pharmaceutical USA name. And there is a basic data which is already populated on the main screen, right? So what is active ingredient, proprietary name, approval date, whether it is RX, it is currently marketed, whether it is RLD, what is the therapeutic equivalent code, whether it is a reference code, application detail, application number, and so on and so forth, including strength, dosage form, route of administration, everything. But the interesting part is that, let's say, if you want to you can go into the filter, which is a very, very useful tool. And I'm saying from a myself, experience, that within the company, right, you can do that for all products also, but within the company also, let's say, for example, you want to know a now let's go into a dosage form. Let's go into injectable. Since I am from a injectables field, so I'm uh, generally it is. And if you see, so you can come to know, like, there are 341 products which are injectable products, and you imagine that you can also select that across all the companies, across all the products. So if you go into the major tab, right? If you go into the companies tab, and why don't you go into the dashboard, Akshat? Right? If you go into the dashboard, you go into the products, right? And you can see a filter, right? So you have so many options to play with and select. So you can imagine out of 47,000 uh, products, there are almost 8,000 products which are in a injectable form. These are, of course, SKUs or the variants because not individual molecules. There are also strength volume containers, but so you imagine this is what we generally struggle in the Orange Book, where we are trying to find out and are we able to find based on the route of administration, based on the route of dosage form. Same way, if you go to, let's say, patents, right? Again, complete list of almost 22,000 patents across products, proprietary name, application holder. What is the expiry date of the patent? What is the submission date? What was the application state? Type, patent number, and in this also, what this tool has been designed is, in the filter, if you go and you will be able to see, like, mostly all of us are interested to see that, okay, when is the expiry of the patent, and you want to prepare your portfolio, let's say 2030, or that's how generally we will do, right? That 29, yes, and you can apply year also, and you can decide that, okay, I want to just see year, and you come to know that almost 1,500 patents are getting expired in year 2029, right? So this is another interesting summarization tool where uh, any portfolio person who is working on finding out and summarizing, and then if you want to see that, okay, in that, whether you want to go for any further select a dosage form. Let's say if you go to dosage form, and in that you can shortlist in a specific dosage form that, okay, I want to do aerosol, right? And is there any product which is having a aerosol related patent? And there are 7 products which are going off patent in 2029 related to inhalation or aerosol. So, I feel, even as a user, not as a founder of the company, but as a user, I find this flexibility to play around with the data which is already there. I mean, someone may have a question and ask that, okay, there is all these databases already there in Orange Book or other databases, but it is never a database, right? Database is a data, but when you are able to give a meaning to it, when you are able to convert that into a meaningful analytics, that's when it becomes an actionable information. And that's where we thought that maybe ChatOrange can fill that gap which industry would be filling while they are trying to build their portfolio, or while they are trying to take decision on the products, or even, let's say, in their pursuit to analyze the competitors, or trying to find out partners for either out licensing or in licensing. So this is the, as far as patent is concerned, again, same way, very intuitive exclusivity related information. It is almost as identical as patents, and therefore, if someone wants to, actually work on the data on the exclusivity side, again, you can use a filter, and you can see that, you know, uh, there are tabs which gives you explanation as to, what is the exclusivity code, why it is being used. In the filter, you can again select, right? While you are trying to develop, you can choose either a date, you can select a specific period or a year, or application type, exclusivity code, dosage form, a- and you say that, okay, I want to just OTC, right? And why don't you apply OTC in a specific year, Akshat? Any year, right? And we want to see that, okay, so there is no exclusivity on the OTC, but I think mostly it is on the RX side, you will see. But that's how you are able to, like, 110 records which are related to RX products in the year 2034. So again, similar construct as patents or products, but depending on the need of the person, one can look at product, application holder, strength, market status, and the year of the analytics. Next tab is, of course, all the biologics products, Chat Purple. So we have created a separate tab for it. So almost 3,000, 2,800 products, and all the products which are in the Purple book are incorporated here with the same functionality which you saw in the products and companies, and therefore you can identify products based on the companies, or uh, all these databases you can actually filter and find out. Apart from these, what we have done is, also we have added few additional set of information, which of course it is more of an information purpose, that complete NDCs. Many times we have seen any product related information. A lot of professionals are interested to know that, okay, what is the NDC? They want to cross verify what are the NDCs of which companies. Um, and we wanted to make ChatOrange a go-to place for companies and people to find out any product related information, and therefore we have added this NDC database as well. Again, you can always filter it. I know it is not as importance as you saw in other tabs, but many times I have seen uh, people are interested to even work on NDCs because of one or the other reason. Uh, Interesting, of course, information is the drug shortages, which is a permanent issue across US, across therapeutic segments, and that's where we have been using the information for identifying our portfolio decisions, identifying where are the short-term opportunities are there, or even reaching out to the companies who are facing some issues if you want to offer some CMO opportunity or etc. And the maximum way I am using it right now is, you know, you can filter it through, let's say if you go through in the filter, you can always look at, specific company, basically, if they are in the warning letters, or import alert, obviously they face a lot of shortages, and this can give us an understanding as to how can I use this information to create some kind of an opportunity for a company if you have the same product which that company who has been struggling to have. So you can select any of the company and then see, right, and you see, this is the Estilion has two products which are, but it is to be discontinued. But and you can also see in filter that whether this status, yes, very important. So you can see current status. Many places you have seen that companies are having a products which are either resolved or it is discontinued. So you want to see which are the current shortage situation, and clearly, maybe out of this call, you can always see that Alembic has a ketorolac shortage, and same way you can also see CBER shortages, right? So biologic shortage also is there on the next tab, and you can see CBER related shortages, and if at all someone wants to take advantage of that. So this is the first segment, is on the left hand side, is all about products, right? Finished products. We also have added the DMF segment. So that is another very interesting database. I'm sure with so many companies in India and China, they are in the API segment. This is another very interesting segment. Obviously, it is all drug master file, so it includes uh, drug substance and packaging material and reference information and everything, depending on whether it is a drug master file type 2 or type 4 or something like that. But let's say if you can always filter, if you can filter here from a company, right? That okay, I just put name of the company, any company, maybe Hitro, for example. Yeah, Aarti, yes, that's fine. And then you see, you know, uh, Aarti industry has which product which is inactive, active. You can select maybe any other Orbindo, maybe, right? And AU, AU, yeah. And then you can see, Orbindo has, I think there is a shortage. We have shortlisted, and depending on company, many times companies have different names, right? If it is in a Orbindo Pharma or whether it is in the different names, even the status, you can select status. These are the active or inactive. So again, for anyone who is in sourcing, anyone who is in the sales, anyone who is trying to find out alternative suppliers, this can be a great database, one-stop shop for them for APIs or packaging material or anything of that sort. Uh, FDA approved drugs, I think it is the same database, but it is mainly without SKUs, just a products. We have also thrown in FDA labels and leaflets. Many times, we try to see, various FDA daily made SPLs or the information related to that. And if someone wants to have further study of these products, SPLs and leaflets, one can get access to these as well. Uh, and the last is the reports. Acronyms abbreviation is obviously simple, but reports is a very, very, very interesting feature we have added that, you know, you can generate any kind of report out of the whole database which is there. So, you can select a report type, which is, let's say, if you want to see from a product, right? And you see, these are the tabs you can have. So it is very self-intuitive. You can select either a approval year or a route or dosage or active ingredient, proprietary name, application holder, and just you apply and you get a complete report. So why don't you select anything? Yeah, Akshat, yeah, and then you apply, and you get a complete report of there are 740 products which are approved in 2025. And there is a, you can create a PDF, you can send it across to yourself, and you have this database available. And that is really helpful, right? And everyone knows who is on this call that this kind of information can be really, really useful. And you can play around with these reports. There are patents and there are exclusivity related, biologics related, everything of that sort. Uh, Having demonstrated this, right, all these things, we can also go to this ChatOrange chatbot, which is very intuitive. Like many times, you are very clear what you want to do, and therefore, uh, you can go directly to companies' products. But let's say you can also ask. One way to look at it is that just ask a question that, okay, give me list of injectable products approved by FDA. Right? Let's say if uh, so, we continuously train the bot, and hopefully with this training, it is able to go through the whole database and bring out the complete list of products. So there are, let's say, almost 8,000 injectable products which are there, and you get the whole list, product, all the details of that. And it will give you first 5 products, and then you can always read more, or you can also send a PDF version for yourself. uh, but let's say if you are, many times, as we all know, in these LLM and chat GPT world, the answer to your query depends on many time how the query is interpreted or how we write the query, and many times it is not exactly what a LLM model is able to view that. So what it does is that you can also, so we have created, if you see in the bottom below the chatbot, there are product, patent, exclusivity, company, biological products. So let's say if you are interested to look at the product, right? So you can just simply click there in product, right? And then there are three options or four options coming up, whether you want to see it from a API side, proprietary name side, company, or year wise. Let's say you say a company, right? You just put a company, and then in the chatbot, the whole name of the companies will come. So you have to just select, or you can type. Let's say you put Pfizer, for example, right? And then Akshat, can you put Pfizer? Okay, no problem. Abbott. So, Abbott, they may have product approval in multiple names. So in Abbott Laboratories name, it is coming up this way, right? Uh, so you can get this same way. You can look at, let's say, exclusivity, and you don't have to go to any specific. So in exclusivity, you can again look at, exclusivity year wise. I think that is the most important. People look at it, and then you can choose any specific year, 2030, for example, and it will give you all the exclusivity information related to this. So the idea here is that, of course, there are ready-made tabs on the left-hand side, which is there, and you can always play around with those tabs, or you have a quick query or something like that. You can always use the chatbot for that purpose. And same way, companies, patents, products, everything. Now, again, you can select a company, which products, which company has so they have three. Let's say 3M has three products which are having exclusivity protection, and so on and so forth. So, we just thought that, this is ChatOrange is a very powerful tool which can help broad section of the pharmaceutical professionals, and many times it is difficult to put everything into, your LinkedIn posts or anything of that sort, and therefore we thought that we will have this webinar. Again, we are giving a tab of Chat GMP also, that there are many people who are interested to use ChatGMP and ChatOrange. So you can just click ChatGMP, and it will take you to the ChatGMP as well. And you can many times someone is sourcing or someone is in a third party sourcing. They know the product, but they want to also know what is the history of that company from a compliance angle, right? Because you know the product, you want to source from that company, but you want to understand that, okay, what is the compliance history of this? And then you can go through all the inspection details and everything of Chat GMP. So there is, you can toggle between Chat GMP and Chat Orange depending on the information you are trying to seek through. Again, small features like, you can toggle between a bright and a dark mode, right? So you can, if you want to do that, we are also going to add. So as we speak, almost every week, we are updating the features, and based on the various database, yeah, you can take a tour how things happen. We are also going to add a lot of languages, which is not relevant for your this group, but just wanted to let everyone know. Like, in Chat GMP, it is already there are multiple languages are there, and you can choose any language, and you are able to select in any language, right? So I will pause here. I think this is the broad overview of various features which I wanted to share, and happy to answer any questions you may have as far as Chat Orange is concerned. And as I told you, this is just a beginning. We are adding more and more features as we speak in the Chat Orange. But thank you for your presence, and happy to answer any questions you may have.